Morgan Lennon victorious at Budo 71 tonight.
Yes.
Sum up the emotions after that one.
Relief mainly. I was anxious for this one, as I am with plenty of other fights, but I knew that with Wamsley, I've got nothing but respect for him through and through. And I knew that regardless of what happened, I knew that he was going to come in fit, he was going to come in strong, and he was going to come in ready to fight like a dog. So, you know, like anybody can have the cleanest kickboxing or the sharpest jiu-jitsu, but when someone's got a head for fighting, it's different. And I'm just glad that I came out on top, put all the work, and here we are, happy boy.
I mean, you both said in the pre-fight business that you've been matched up a couple of times, but due to injuries and other unforeseen issues, it just hasn't happened. Now, going in there tonight, was it exactly what you expected, or did he throw something up that you maybe wasn't expecting?
With all respect to him, I thought he'd be a little bit more on the front foot. Like, I know I've got a bit of a habit sometimes of, like, even though I'm an anxious fighter sometimes, when I go in there, I'm very much on the front foot, and I'm like pushing back. I just end up pushing people back against the cage, like they sort of like back up a little bit. It'll be very hard to articulate it, but I thought he'd be a little bit more aggressive. He did come out a bit more aggressive in the second and third, but then I just played my game of getting underneath, and it was a little bit tentative in one of the rounds. I went for a shot, you reversed it, and I'm not even sure how I ended up getting him down. I think I'm not really sure. It's kind of like a bit of a blur now. Usually I've got a really good recall of what's happened, but I'm forgetting around what happened in the third round. But yeah, it was what I was expecting pretty much. And I've been, like you said, I've been almost matched up with him a few times. Well, the fight hasn't come to fruition a few times, and it is kind of what I was expecting, except he just wasn't quite as aggressive.
There was a scramble in the third round where you were looking for the armbar, but the sweat was just uncontrollable and you didn't quite get there. Were you kind of, in a weird way, although you've absolutely dominated out there tonight, kind of gutted that you didn't get the finish? Because it was there in the third round, but obviously with the sweat it didn't quite come off. Yeah,
well, I'm a sweating guy in, so to say I was disappointed for it, like I know from just training that you don't always get the submissions you fucking play for, but unless you go for it, you know, you miss 100% of the shots you don't take, and I knew what I was up to, and like I still had a bit of gas in me, so even if he had defended, I was more likely going to be able to, you know, try and get the best of the situation. But yeah, I was a little bit, because you know, you always want to get a finish, and always that was nice. But at the same time, it isn't a unanimous decision, always a bit more powerful, because it shows that, you know, anybody can land a lucky hit or whatever, but when you dominate somebody for 3 rounds, and all respect to him, but when you dominate somebody for 3 rounds, it tells a bit of a different story than just done or over.
It shows all the months of hard work and dedication, I imagine. But listen, one thing that I've got to say about the last 2 performances from yourself is not exactly just the fight, but before the fight and after the fight. You seem like so calm and composed now. Like, I'm not saying that you were absolutely wild, but even you'll admit that you were maybe in your walkouts, like swinging the arms, just enjoying, going through the motions.
Vibing with it, yeah.
But tonight, head forward, head straight on the game. Talk to me about your mindset going into the last 2 fights, because you've looked absolutely sensational, and by far the best you've ever looked, if I'm honest.
The headspace coming into it, I think I've been training more consistently now, like talking about going professional, and I've kind of had to take a new approach to training. Like before, when you're amateur, I kind of had this headspace of there's a little bit of a leeway, there's a little bit of leniency you can have with not taking the training as serious, because it's only an amateur fight. Whereas when you want to, you know, this is my 10th fight now, and I train with a lot of professionals, and I'm starting to sort of rise to that caliber. It's kind of hard to put, it's kind of hard to articulate, but I just know that I can't fuck about anymore. Excuse the language. But you know, I'm 26. You know, if I want to do anything realistic in the sport, make some money, you know, have some real fun with it, and take the opportunities I have at the limited time we have on this planet, then this is the time to do it. So I think, you know, I've been putting in the work, and I'm excited to, I don't know, not be the best, not be the greatest of all time, but I always just want to be the best version of myself, and I feel like I'm starting to really hit that stride with finding who I am and what I can do, and it's just a little bit of a homage to the small, anxious, overweight kid that I used to be, and I really get emotional. Yes, for him.
That's beautiful, thank you. But listen, you just mentioned the word there, professional. That brings me on beautifully to my next point. What is next for Morgan Lennon?
Well, everything's still real fresh now. I need to.
Can you flip flop? Well, I'm going to go up.
Just go on, go.
Sorry, boys.
No, it's fine, it's fine. Yeah, and yeah, take a bit of time to decompress after this one. Have a little break because I've been training really hard, and I trust my coaches. And if they believe that I'm ready, obviously what I want is important too. But I'm not going to take anything without the advisement of the people who I trust with my health, which is Richard Shaw, Jack, Tank. The boys I look up to in our gym. So no decision's going to be made without their input because I respect them, and if they think I can do it, I'll fucking give it everything I got. Because that's the thing, like I said, when you go from amateur to pro, there's different consequences, and I value my health. And when I have kids one day, I want to be able to have a conversation with them, and I want to be articulate, and I want to take them through things. So if I'm going pro, I'm taking it very seriously. And if anybody wants to fucking smoke when that comes around, you better be fearful for your health.
Oh, that's making me excited for the next one, let me tell you. But listen, finally, is there anyone you'd like to give a shout out to tonight?
Obviously, the boys at Shaw's. I wouldn't be able to do this without any of you. My parents are some of my biggest supporters on the planet. I want to give a special shout out to Richard Shaw, for all his support, everything, and all the words of encouragement and really putting in the hours and effort with me. But number one above anything is my partner, Lauren Ward. She's the best supporter I could ask for. I love her very much, and I'm a very lucky man, and she's my girl.
Beautiful. Morgan, congratulations, victorious tonight. What a dream. There we go. Thank you, brother.